Hello everybody, thank you for joining us today on Coco's Crochet. This is Coco and I'm Litza, and we'd like to thank you for joining us today. It's all about our love for lovies. Coco is just going to have a little disco nap as usual. Woof woof. I'll just pop her down. Thank you once again for joining us. Today I want to talk to you about our love for lovies. I have been wanting to make some lovies for a very long time, and I've been watching other makers, and Rose likes to crochet because she's had a huge drive for the whole month of October, I believe, for lovies, for the charity that she raises money, for Wings, the charity that she people donate for, which is a domestic violence charity in America, and she's in Chicago. I will link her channel down below if you want to view all of those amazing lovies that people have been sending through. And the pattern that Rose highly recommends and I've been wanting to use myself is by Zelda NRJ3 is her YouTube channel, and I will link it down below. And what I love about her one is that when you make the lovies, you use hair ties to make them. So you pop them over stuffies that you purchase. You don't actually have to do amigurumi toys, which is very challenging for a lot of us. And the beauty of that is, I believe, is that you can remove the little blankie or the lovey and wash it and put it back on. So I want to show you the two that I've made to show you today, and then how I went about getting all the little stuffies that I needed, because that's what has been holding me back for so long. I've had the yarn, I've had the ties, I've got the hooks, but I didn't have the little toys, and it was a bit difficult for me to, spend a lot of money on them for something that I wanted to trial. But now I'm totally hooked, and I've got a huge supply, so I can make so many for so many little children that I know. Let me just show you. Too much chatter, Litza. So this is one of my finished stuffies. Isn't he beautiful? Oh my goodness, he is so cute. So he's a monkey. And this is the stuffy that I made, the blankie for him. And this is what he looked like before he had his little poncho or blankie on, or whatever you want to call what he's wearing. So let me pop him down. I did follow Z's pattern to a T. And let me just show you what I meant by it being removable. So basically you can just pop it over his head quite gently. I'll pop him down. And see how it's got the elastic in the middle, and then you crochet your granny stitch blanket around it, and then you pop it on again. And whenever the little child that's using it spits up on it or drags it through around the house and gets dirty, it's so easy to remove it and wash it. And the yarns that I use today are all gentle machine wash and lay flat to dry, so it's very simple for parents and carers to keep the lovies nice and clean for the little people that are using them. So what I used is the 5.5 hook for this particular one that I made using my Marvel yarn, which is an 8-ply yarn, or a DK number 3 size yarn, I believe it is. And when I finished using I used these ones, I used the Marvel printed, and I also gave it a little trim, for a little bit of interest with the purple. Everybody knows how much I love purple, but it also went with this yarn. And this is all that I had left from the printed one, but I had started using it before for some of my scrunchies. So I'd say in total, it probably did use a whole ball of yarn, which is about 100 grams. And I can't tell you exactly, but if you allow for that much, for a size that is about, I think it's about 20 rows, using a 5.5 millimeter hook. So with the stuffies, obviously you can put any colors you want together. I'm just trying to match them up as best I can to make them as beautiful as possible. So I will show you all the traditional stuffies that I bought that look like our little monkey, but I also thought, well, while I was there, I saw a lot of the squishmallow type stuffies. So this is a little tiger, and this is made out of the velour or velvet yarn, the blanket yarn. And there he is underneath. I don't mean to, you know, there's his little tail. And this is what he looked like before. So how beautiful do they look all dressed up, and very quick and easy to make. With this one, I used a 7mm hook. So I like my clovers the best. Everybody has their own choice and uses whatever they need to. And with being a wider neck for the Squishmallow ones, I actually used, you can see the difference in the elastics that I used, the hair ties. So I did use the black one, this size for the traditional stuffies, and then this one for the Squishmallows. So you can see that there is a difference to accommodate for the difference in their neck size, the circumference around their neck. And I have got an awful lot of this velvet yarn, and I've been very lucky to buy it. So these are the 3 colors that I used. I couldn't really tell you how much, but I will guesstimate whatever is in here. So that could be maybe 50 odd grams. Oh, I'm so sorry, I should have waited before I came in. The dilemma I face is that I've got a lot of the mill ends for my velour yarn, and it's been very handy and such a good price when I bought them all. So it is a bit difficult for me to tell you exactly how much. But if you allow about that much, you'll actually get one. So once again, I tried to match the colors as best I could to make it as pretty as I could. But in total, I purchased 28 stuffies. I got them at an amazing price at Kmart. I just happened to walk in to buy a couple of dresses, just, you know, these everyday little house dresses or work dresses. And when I was in there, I thought, you know, it's that time of the year, maybe they filled the shelves up because Christmas is coming along and other holidays that people are buying for. And I have to tell you, I was so lucky that I found so many to choose from, and you will not believe the price. All of these stuffies cost me between $5 and $7 each. So all of the Squishmallow ones were $7, and the others that I'll show you varied between $5 and $7. So with the Squishmallows, I bought 2 of these ladybugs. Oh my goodness, cuteness overload, right? And then I got 1 of the dinosaurs, and I got 1 of the unicorns because these were a little bit more limited because I like the small ones. I didn't want to buy the bigger ones. I did get 2, and you can see 1 up there, his little friend up there, 2 little doggies, and I did get 2 of the little tigers that I've already showed you. Now with the other ones, which are the traditional ones, you'll see some little tags hanging off them. Some are $5, some are $7, which I thought was amazing. So I got a mixture of these little doggies. In total, I got 5 of these. How cute are they? Oh my goodness. Too much, right? Too much cuteness. And then I got 3 of the monkeys, which I've already showed you, the little monkey here. So 3 of them. And I managed to get 1 of the llamas, the rainbow llama, which is pretty amazing when you think about it. $7. Seriously, that is so cool. And then I got 2 of these little blue bears. They are so cute. Look at all that glitter, all that shine. I got 1 of the unicorns, the rainbow unicorns. How cool are these? See these? The hanging one, the sloth. So I got 2 sloths. I managed to get 2 pugs. Again, $7 for these. That's so cool. I got 2 of the rainbow dogs. Oh, he's got some fluff in his eye. How cute is he? Look. I got 1 of these little tiny baby unicorns. I think he's very sweet. He was only $5. I managed to get 1 panda. I was looking for penguins, but I didn't find any penguins. And what else did we get in here? I think that's it. Yep, the basket, I'm down at the bottom of the box that I've put them all in. So I have got such a beautiful selection, and I am so excited because I only got these yesterday, and I made the little blankie or lovey for the little monkey last night, just watching a movie or two. And then today I made this one. While we were celebrating my stepson's 29th birthday today, and while we were at the restaurant eating and chatting, I managed to get this finished as well. I just came home just before I jumped on to say hello to you guys and show you, and I just sewed in the ends. I know, a miracle, I've sewn in every single end. So I'm very proud of myself for doing that. So highly, 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 highly recommend anybody who's ever thought, oh, I'd really like to try that, or I've got a few little people in my life that I might want to give some to. Please go ahead, watch Z. She does an amazing job. It's very quick tutorial, very easy to follow. And if you know the basics of a granny stitch, you'll be able to make it without any worry at all. And as I said before, I love the fact that you can take them off, wash them in a gentle cycle, machine cycle, pop them out, lay flat to dry. They won't take very long at all to dry, and put them back on clean. And also, I think another thing too is that if you have a particular toy that a child loves, you can make 2 or 3 of them, and maybe different colors as well, and you know, make them almost like a little outfit for them, and the children can play with it that way too. So you know, it's up to you how, if you choose to make them, of course, how you do it. And you know, maybe even involve the little people in your life and say, hey, what colors do you think we should use? Of course, if they're a gift, maybe match them up with a blanket that you're making for the baby, or maybe a little outfit for them. So they're all little suggestions, but definitely give them a go. As long as you find the stuffies that you want. There are bigger stuffies too. Maybe you have bigger children in your lives that you want to, you know, make them for. But I just thought I'd go with the smallest, well, not tiny, but a smaller size for, you know, the younger children in my life. So thank you for listening. Excuse me. Thank you for listening to me about how excited I am that I actually made them, because I have been wanting to make them for about a year now, and the only thing stopping me was that some of the stuffies can be very, very overpriced, or you know, highly, you know, expensive, and sometimes you know, they don't really work with your budget. But I couldn't pass up this bargain, so I did make sure that I bought enough while I could see them so that I could continue to make them. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. Before we do go, I just want to say a huge thank you to Jane from Scraptastic Yarns. She gave us a huge shout out last week, and I'm sorry I forgot to mention her earlier. It was just so unexpected and so kind of her to do that. So thank you so much, Jane. We very much appreciate it. So that's it for me for today, until we come back on and see you during the week in our next podcast. I just hope that everyone has been enjoying their weekend and having a wonderful time. We've certainly had a wonderful weekend, and the weather's been great here, actually warming up, so I really need to get used to this heat. The aircon has been going on, so I'm very lucky that we do have aircon. Coco and I actually need it because we overheat. Too much information. Anyway, I hope you all are well. Take care. As always, you know, keep crocheting, keep being kind to each other, and we hope to see you again in another video. Bye bye for now.